Today we will create a bunch of grapes in this shape. Ready, set, go. There you go. This is your bunch of grapes. Alright, so let me show you the trick. Okay, so let's go back. Now you have a bunch of grapes. Those are spears, of course. And if you Alt H, if you unhide, let me get it back to object mode. Look at that. I have that container that has the shape of that grapes, and then inside, if you hide this, inside you have another shape that will create a hole inside the grapes. So if you play this one, now you can see it's going around that the inside container. It is not going beyond the outer shell. So if you stop here and then Alt H, you can see that all of them are captured inside the outside container. So this is how I build it, and hide it, and then you can see your grape bunch. All right. Then after that I assigned some colors using textures. So you can find textures in the internet easily. For example, grape texture, you would search for grape texture, and then you can easily find some textures that are free to use. And then after we build this, we need to put leaf and then some stems. So I can find in the internet a nice leaf. I will use this one as a texture and then try to build a leaf from this. So if you need to find a kind of like a transparent PNG file, so let's start with this one. So you know how it is built. I'll show you how did I do this, and then you can use this to build some other shapes as well, not only grapes. So I'll create a new file. Okay, now I have a cube, my default cube. What I do here is, let me switch on shortcut keys so that you can easily see. Okay, shortcut keys. Okay, all right, this is my default cube. I'm going to control 3 to add subdivision surface modifier to this cube, and then go to the range, that is our modifier tab, and then apply it. Now I'm going to scale this down. Now go to object and then shade smooth. Pull this up, or maybe to a side. Let's get this one, grab, and then Y. Now let's copy this, duplicate Y somewhere here. You don't have to be exact. Shift duplicate, right click, R, and then Z. Shift click all of them, shift duplicate, right click, set it in the same place, R for rotate, Z for Z axis. Alright, so you have this. Let's select all of them, Control J. Now you have a single object. Go to modifier tab and array. This time I'm going to put 1 along Z axis and then make a X axis 0, and then count. Let's increase that one to maybe 6 to make it faster. Now these are my grapes, right? So go and apply array modifier, and now tab to get into the edit mode, and then press P, select loose parts, and then tab out. At the same time, you need to do one more thing. Go to object while these all are selected, object, set origin to geometry. That will put back all the origin points back into the individual globes. Now select them all, grab Z, bring it up, and then select one of them, go to physics tab, and then rigid body, apply active. Let's make it 0.08 to make it 80 grams or something, and leave it this one as convex, and then deform, and then come over here, surface response, bring this back to maybe way back to 0. Now I only apply that one to this, so I need to apply everything or apply the same modifier. So you select them all, and then finally you select the last one that you already have that modifier, and then go to object, rigid bodies, copy from active. Now every single one has that same modifier. Now if you play this, it will go down infinitely. I don't want to do that. What I want to do here now is add any shape that I want to capture that thing. Mesh, I will add a sphere, and then make it a little large, and then tab into edit mode, maybe select the bottom vertex, and then enable proportional editing, G for grab, Z for Z axis, and then adjust the influencing radius, and also select this line, and then scale. Okay, and then important thing is select this area, control plus from your numpad to select more, and then press X, select faces, tab out of edit mode. Now bring it up, grab Z, scale it down, again bring it up. Now let's see whether it is fitting. Yes. Now duplicate the same thing, shift D, right click, and then scale. Now tab editing to this one, and then forward slash to go to isolation mode, link, alt click, press F to delete. Now forward slash, now we need to make this tab, click on this outer container, go to rigid bodies, make it passive, and then remember that the shape should be under the collision, shape should be mass, and then also reduce the friction. And then select this one, apply the rigid body, make it passive, that can be convex hull. Alright, so the friction is all the way back to 0. Now let's play it again. Now you have a hollow. Stop this one, hide this, and see, yeah, you have a hollow in between. Now you want to make it permanent. Once you are satisfied with the shape that you generated for your whatever the project, and then you need to select all of them. Otherwise you click on, if you change the the keyframe, you get back to whatever you was, right? And then what I need to do here is I come over here, select all of them, go to object, rigid bodies, apply transformations. Now if you change, it will not change. Now it is permanent. Now what you need to do is you need to apply a texture. Go to material tab. If it is not there, simply click on plus to add a material. What I want to do here is I want to add image texture. Click on image texture and open, and go to place where you have these textures, click on any of these and then open the image and then connect the color output of the image texture into base color input of the principal BSD. Now you assign some texture, and then also I need to apply the grapes are kind of like a see-through slightly, and then I just want to change that color, maybe pinkish reddish or somewhere, and also increase the subsurface strength. Get it close and then change the color somewhere here. Okay, now it should do it. All right, so this is how you do it. So let's add a stem to this one. Go to layout, and then if you want to click on this, you will get that. Let's add a stem to this one. So I go to add curve sapling tree gen. If you do not see that, go to preferences, add-ons, select tree, and then you should see it. Put a tick in front of this sapling tree gen, and then after that you go here, curve sapling tree gen. You have a tree. Come over here, one time menu, do not click anywhere else, simply click on this. From the drop down list, select branch splitting, and then branch splitting, and then lower the levels of branches to that level, and then base split you can also control that. Okay, let's make it 3. That sounds nice, right? And now I should click on this tree to make it permanent. Scale along Z axis, S and then Z. Now again S only, and then R to rotate, then Y 180. Now grab Z. Now go to material, new material, assign some brownish color. Okay, now you have 2 more things outside of this one. Those are not simulated. Press X and delete. Alright, very quickly we built a grape shape, right? A bunch of grapes. Now let's add a leaf. What I would do for that is add a mesh, a plane, and then tab into the edit mode and the / to go to the isolation mode, local view of that object, and then select the face selection mode, select your plane, go to edges, subdivide, edges, subdivide, and edges again, subdivide multiple times. Okay, you can loop cut, but that's also possible. Now go back to object mode, go to shading, new, add an image texture, and then connect this one to the base color, and then select open, and then go to place where you have saved your the leaf, for example. Let's get this one, open that image, but the only problem is you see the other areas of the plane as well. So what I would do here is remove these the areas where there is no leaf, right? So we need to remove that one. So let's go to add, let's add a transparent BSD, and then get another mixed shader. These two are 2 shades, so I need to have a mixed shader. Connect this one to this one, top part, this one to this one, and this one to the output. And then there is a factor here, but you don't see any things yet because you need to go to material tab, and then under the settings, under the blending mode, you need to put it into the maybe alpha hashed or maybe alpha blend, whatever the thing, alpha, right? And then if you go to um, the render view, you see that it has a black, and then if you make it all the way back, everything is gone, right? If you put it back all the way to 1, everything is back. I just want to remove all these black areas while keeping the let's get to the isolation mode, while keeping the this one, right? So how do I do that? So that is, we do that one because based on this value, but how do I do only for these areas? That is where you have this one, right? So you have your image, and then there is another output called alpha. Alpha is 0 for these black areas because there is no alpha. If it is a png, if you do not have the image in any area of that png, the alpha value is 0, otherwise alpha value is 1, the maximum. So by using that, I can control this bar for individual pixel, right? Connect the output of alpha and then put it into the factor. Now you see that leaf only, all the other areas are removed. Now I go to edit mode and switch on my proportional editing, and then select maybe edge mode, and then select this edge, alt click, grab Z, and then scroll your mouse to change the effective area. Let's get only one vertex, grab Z, right? And then this one, grab Z, this one, grab Z, this one, grab Z. All right, it seems good, right? Okay, let's go back to layout now, / to get them all back. Click on this, and then one more thing, grab the pivot point is here. If you rotate this one, it is rotating around that pivot point. It is really hard to position that one exactly if you have a pivot point in the middle in a leaf, right? So on a leaf you need to have the pivot point somewhere here. Let's do that. Edit mode, click on this vertex, shift S, and then select cursor to selected, and then you get your 3D cursor here, and then tab out of the edit mode, go to object. While this is selected, go to object, set origin to 3D cursor. Now if you take 3D cursor somewhere here, shift right click, you get the 3D cursor out of that object, but still you have your origin point here. See, if you want to rotate this one, now this one is rotating around that pivot point. All right, I want to get this leaf here, right? So what I do here is I will move the cursor here. So because the pivot point of this one is here, so what I do here is select this one, shift S, cursor to selected. Now cursor is here, shift S, selected to cursor. Now I can do whatever I want here, scale it, grab it along Z axis, and then grab it again Z axis. Now shift D, right click in the same location, rotate along Z axis and get it, grab Z, grab Y, top view, 7 on numpad. Now grab, keep it here. Okay, this is your grape bunch, right? So I'm not too much worrying about the the texture of this one, texture of this one. My goal was to introduce you a new mechanism to create a shape out of these objects. So we accomplished that. So if you want, you can experiment with these textures, and then some textures on this stem, for example. Let's reduce the increase the roughness value, and so that it's not that much shiny, and so on and so forth. Alright, that concludes our tutorial. So if you find this one is useful, like us, click on the like button, and then if you feel like you need to see more from us, just subscribe. Thank you for watching. We'll meet you with another video. Have a great day.